gonna speculate. Malcolm goes off for 4 chorus counters, and now we're gonna get a Vraska absolutely free. Ral's going off. Ral's cackling all the way to the bank, and I guess we'll go for the Vraska. Let's go ahead and pop up a little. Ooh, baby, let's go. Now we've got Ashiok, Aclazotz, Overlord. Now we're just playing with our food. I'm gonna go and create a little token here. Ashiok, Wicked Manipulator. The otters are going off. Ral is still crackling. We got the entire crew out here. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode of Man to Man, and today we've got a juicer for you. So I hope you're feeling pretty friendly today, because guess what? We've got some super friends. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Grixis Superfriends. So I mean, Grixis doesn't really scream, the colors combined don't really scream friendship, but I don't care. We got the friends today, baby. All right, so I guess what we can kind of dive into, we actually don't have a ton of red. We do have like the overlords with our planeswalkers, but there's a lot to get into here. Obviously, we are just going in for Grixis. So you'll notice the mana base is absolutely batshit insane. I mean, not to mention that we do have the bat, and we also have the bat god. So I mean, batshit insane does kind of fit the theme here. But nevertheless, I just want to run every single like Grixis colored planeswalker slash card. We do have the Torch of Tower. I think Torch of Tower is like the best removal in the meta right now, so that is definitely another reason to be running red. We also have the Ill-Time Explosion, which definitely helps out in a lot of like swingy type of matchups here, so that's the reason why we're going for the red. And then of course we're just like putting a little bit of pepper on top with the red Overlord here, because why not? It's a Grixis deck, it just kind of fits. Whatever. A lot of 4-drops here, but that's okay, because if you'll notice, our Kaito Bane of Nightmares can swoop right in, and that's why we're running the Spyglass Siren. So ultimately, this is kind of like a mid-rangey deck. It's kind of control. It's like kind of mid-rangey, kind of control-y. Like I don't even really know how to explain it. So if we are running Kaito Bane of Nightmares, we're obviously going to have to be running some sort of creature that can like sneak it in on turn 3. That'd be kind of nice with the Spyglass Siren. Otherwise, just having a map token is pretty nice. You also can use it for the bargain for the Torch Tower, and yeah, works pretty well. I do have Liliana. This is a Super Friends deck, so obviously just having Liliana is pretty nice. You'll notice that turn 3 is usually a little bit awkward. It's usually not as bad because we do have like Into the Flood Maw, Spyglass Siren, a map token, Torch Tower, etc., etc. So and then a bunch of like tap lands. So it's usually not as like awkward as it seems with being with only this one little Liliana in the 3-hole. But nevertheless, we do have the Jace that can also be, you know, a 3-drop essentially with the Phyrexian mana. We have Kaito, the Dancing Shadow. Now this Kaito gets a lot less love than the Bane of Nightmares. I'm not saying it's better, but it's definitely wonderful, and obviously, and we're just trying to run all of the Planeswalker cards here. So up to one target creature can't attack or block, draw a card, and then create a drone artifact when each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life whenever it leaves. And this drone is really weird. Like I've never seen it. This is like my first time playing with the Dancing Shadow, and like this drone, like the art, it's anything like I've ever seen on any other card, but nevertheless, it's very interesting. Ral, the Crackling Wit. We all love Storm, right? Yeah, just create some tokens, you know, draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards, and then if you get to the -10, you can go for the Storm, and this Storm is actually really, really fun, obviously, because who doesn't like Storm? Storm's like, come on. Ashiok, Wicked Manipulator. Just, I mean, we don't have a ton of like exile stuff here, but just dropping down Ashiok is just really good. I mean, obviously it just can take over the board. You get a little bit of board presence, you exile, you make a little love, you get down tonight, you know, whatever. And then Vraska, the Betrayal Sting, obviously you just go for Proliferate. Proliferate is so wonderful in a deck full, not the impending. Don't proliferate your impending counters, but you want to proliferate all of your Planeswalker loyalty counters. That seems pretty damn good. Virtue, because this is ultimately, I mean, it's just like a good card. I don't know, like I said, with all the mana, with all the mags running around, really, really good. And then last but not least, we have Teferi. Temporal Pilgrim, whenever you draw a card, put a loyalty counter on it and draw a card, create a 2/2, yada, yada, yada. The -12 doesn't come up a whole lot, but if you do, it's pretty much game over. And like I said, we are drawing so much with like Ill-Time Explosion, Ral, Kaito again, Jace. Like there's just so much draw here that Teferi obviously fits the bill. So I think I kind of blabbed along. I mean, you pretty much see it. It's pretty much, we're just going to run a bunch of freaking Planeswalkers. That's it. That's the deck. Planeswalkers, and then just control the early game, and that is what we're going to be doing today. So, as always, as we gear up for Foundations, let's give a quick shout out to the Mana Rocks. The Mana Rocks are the patrons and the YouTube channel members that do help out the channel financially. Fortunately, I'm actually really glad that there is no Foundation streamer event because I am not cool enough or big enough to get into the streamer event. I just have not been invited. I've reached out to them. They will not reply to me. I am not very happy about it, but it is what it is. I am very happy that I do have some support in the patrons and the channel members because it just means the absolute world to me. I'm going to continue faking it until I make it, until the Foundations comes out. And just keep in mind that only you can help protect the Aether with me, so make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this. Without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Alrighty here, so I see Ral, Crackling Wit, and I keep. I'm a simple man. You see Ral, you keep it, baby. Alright, so we got a lot of different things we can do here. I'm gonna set up for the Siren. We could go for the Theater first, and then the Siren, which, you know, maybe might be the best move, but if we get the Siren down and we crack the map token, maybe sometimes you have removal. I just like using the map token, and then just being able to explore without the threat of removal. So, well, I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it because I want to get this Theater down, so let's just go ahead and crack the map token, whatever. If they have Shock, Flood, I'm gonna keep that. If we are playing against red, I am a little skeptical that they don't have a Shock here, but they let me to explore, so if we are playing against red, we're gonna be able to bounce a mouse, whatever, blah blah. You could, I mean, Into the Flood Maw is not really the strongest thing on turn 3 though, so. But we do have 3 mana open, so this allows us to go in for a Into the Flood Maw and an Anoint with Affliction, so I think we're playing okay. A lot of decision trees with this. But let's go ahead and block. Makes it pretty simple. Okay, so we've got Monstrous Rage. I am actually going to Into the Flood Maw here, because I suspect that they have some sort of protection. And then we'll go... Oh. Okay, well, I was gonna say, I thought they were gonna have like the that hexproofy flash thingy, the enchantment, and then I was gonna go for Anoint with Affliction, so that Anoint with Affliction would be the one that goes through, but Malcolm's fine too. All right, so I'm gonna swing in here. It's a little risky considering they do have the show off plotted, which is a little scary. Ooh, now we can actually tap out. That's actually pretty nerve-wracking, but I'm gonna do this. Yeah, we could go for the Ral, Crackling Wit. But of course, we know how this deck plays out. 4 mana, like 4 open mana with a Slick Shot show off, you just can't. Like you just simply can't. Ethereal Armor. All right. I'm gonna try and do this here. Let's let this resolve. Nothing really matters here. If they have the protection, they do. Pass blockers, and I'm gonna do this. This is the one crazy thing about playing on Arena. They didn't like the way that they like pass priority so quickly. You can kind of tell that they didn't have any sort of protection. And like I said, that's something that you only get on Arena versus paper. Unfortunately, we can't really go in for Vraska here, but it's actually kind of hard. I want Vraska for the treasury ability, but Ral's awesome. I mean, I think it's gonna be, at this point, we're committed to the board here, so. But like I said, regarding like paper, is like you can just like go, if they pass priority like that, you kind of know that they don't have like an answer, or at least like a protection spell, and that's just something you do not get in paper. So as long as Arena is like that, we are going to make use of it. So I knew that they didn't really have anything to block or to go over, so I guess we'll just chump block you here. I mean, I'm pretty okay with this. Obviously, we don't have enough for Vraska's treasure ability here, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and swing in. We're going to want Malcolm to at least go through, because if I can get Malcolm to kind of fix up our hand. Ooh, Torch the Tower. Oh, man. Let's just go ahead and get rid of the land. So I'm going to go for Torch the Tower. And again, remember what I was saying, like, they haven't shown any sort of like priority, any sort of, yeah, see, like I know that they don't have the protection just because, but Ral, hello. I'm gonna go for the draw. Let's go for the draw and then discard. Now we got the Into the Flood Maw. Ooh, now we're put in a weird spot here. It's gonna be the land, and then I guess it's gonna be the Into the Flood Maw now, because Torch the Tower should just be better. And again, I know that they don't have any protection, so let's go ahead and get Ral going. Torch the Tower, ba-bam. Oh, come on now, come on. Not before the finale. Not before my Malcolm gets to play something. Oh, wow. Okay, that was kind of weird. Hold on. That was actually kind of weird. They actually, like, played a land. I don't know if that was, like, the auto tapper. I don't care. I'm not going to speculate. Malcolm goes off for 4 chorus counters. And now we're going to get a Vraska absolutely free. Ral's going off. Ral's cackling all the way to the bank. And I guess we'll go for the Vraska. Let's go ahead and pop up a little... Ooh, baby! Let's go. Now we've got Ashiok, Aclazotz, Overlord. Now we're just playing with our food. I'm going to go ahead and create a little token here. Ashiok, Wicked Manipulator. The otters are going off. Ral is still crackling. We got the entire crew out here. Let's go. And the opponent is just going to rope us on this wonderful, wonderful board here. I don't know. I don't know. Some people just don't like joy. I don't know. Oh my goodness, come on now, come on, don't be a... Where are you going? We got all the Planeswalkers out. MTG Arena player, quite the big name. I don't have a blue source here, but you know what, whenever I ever have a Surveil land, I just assume that we're gonna like find an answer. There you go, you ask and you shall receive. Whenever, like I say, whenever I have a Surveil land in my opening hand, I'm like, yeah, we'll find whatever we need. If it's another land in general, we'll find it out. But nevertheless, I'm gonna go for the duress here. See what we got. And yeah, Carrot Cake or Virtue of Loyalty, because I already know the Caretaker's talent. Yeah, Virtue of Loyalty is kind of annoying, but I think they get more value out of the Carrot Cake, all things considered. So, and then I'm definitely going to be going for the negate on turn 3. So they can have their little Virtue of Loyalty, that's completely fine. Black Cleave Cliffs, we're looking fine. Yeah, I do have the Brotherhood's End. Brotherhood's End is kind of nice versus like the Simulacrum decks, but you don't see those a whole lot anymore. Nevertheless, yeah, let's go with this. We saw this coming a mile away. Negate. And yeah, things are looking pretty good here. We can always go for the Overlord, and yeah, like, I don't know, things couldn't really get much better in terms of like our curve here. So, Overlord of the Boilerbilges. Still not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but nevertheless, we cast it all the same, and yeah, you're gone. All right. So Torture Tower, not very effective. Temporary Lockdown, not very effective. Disenchant, very, very effective. Okay, that is unfortunate. I have no... I was hoping for at least like a Get Lost so I could go for the Kaito here, but... Alright, let's go for Thundering Falls first. See what we got here. Torture Tower is pretty crappy versus this deck, so yeah, no, I don't see why we need that. Yeah, Disenchant though. I gotta give you props here for the Disenchant. Let's go for the Surveil instead of anything else, just because that's the reason why. Gonna need another Planeswalker here, so we don't get to draw because they don't lose life, obviously, which is usually how you play the Kaito, but... Surveilling away 2 lands in a time of need feels pretty good, and they go for the Merrick's prematurely, but now we got our Jace, that feels good. Let's swing in here, and now we can actually draw off the Surveil. That feels wonderful. Vraska, yeah, we definitely like the Vraska here. So go and take our lovely Vraska. Now we got a Vraska and a Jace. I mean, that feels pretty damn good here. So, Vraska, the Betrayal Sting. Ooh, hear the voice lines. Alrighty. Yeah, let's go ahead and proliferate. Man, that's so nice. Being able to proliferate every single turn with all your Planeswalkers is very, very fun. Carrot Cake, kind of worth noting. Not kind of, it's very worth noting that they can't go for another Scry action with the Fountain Porks. They don't have another white, so they can't actually crack open the Carrot Cake. Alright, there we go. We got our Kaito is back. And now we're going to be able to set up a Jace as well. I guess we'll just swing in here. I'm not going to do anything super crazy. I guess we could Brotherhood's End. But that kind of lowered... Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Alright, so now I'm going to go in for Surveil. This Kaito is just so damn good, man. Spyglass Siren, Ill-Timed Explosion. Looks pretty good. I mean, we're going to have to get down Jace, right? There's just... Come on. We can go for the full-blown Jace. I could go for Brotherhood's End, but we're not worried about that. Now we got 3 Planeswalkers, baby. Super Friends are assembling. I guess we... Nah, I guess we'll just -2, right? Let's just take the card advantage. Yeah, they can't go for Carrot Cake, so it's kind of worth noting, I suppose. Undercity Sewers. This is kind of why we waited for the, whatchamacallit, land drop here. Spyglass Siren, I think we can be no. I think we're just looking for our, I think we're just looking for our Super Friends. So, Vraska, do your thing. And we're going to proliferate yet again, which just feels wonderful. Torch the Tower! Oh, they're going to have to... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Before we proliferate, they're going to kill the Jace, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. And now we can just go for the duress. Looking pretty good here. See what you got. Well, honestly, Sunfall is not that relevant. I think I'm going to take the Lightning Helix, honestly. Because the Sunfall, I mean, it's at sorcery speed. I'm not going to have anything for you to exile at sorcery speed. They top deck a Get Lost, which is a little unfortunate. That is pretty damn unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright, let's see if we can find some more walkers here. Because they got rid of 2 of mine, and I'm a little salty about it. But now Kaito, we are in ninja form with hexproof, which is also always amazing. So I guess we'll just go for the map token. We are going to be able to surveil too, presumably here. Wow! Wow, alright. Jordy, hello Jordy. Yeah, we can rock with this, right? A little on the top end, so hopefully I don't get kind of blown out by anything super aggro here. So Ruthless Negotiation. This is quite ruthless, isn't it? I don't want to get rid of... I think realistically we're going to have to get rid of either a Teferi or an Ashiok. I think I don't know. I don't like it. I am not a fan of it, but we had to do what you gotta do. Business is hard sometimes. Let's just go drop this. Got 2 Torch of Towers. Just in case they drop that dreaded Deep-Cavern Bat, we do have the answer for it. Well, I don't have an answer for that, so let's get rid of the Torch of Tower. I can't get rid of both my walkers. You definitely need walkers to win. Like, you just have to, so... These Verges are going to be not activated for a while, so hopefully I don't just like discard my entire hand. That'd be pretty gross. We're going to be able to get into a Jace Perfected Mind next turn, presumably, which will help alleviate the card disadvantage a little bit. Pretty sick sleeves here, though. Got the little... Oh, these are nice. I don't think I have these. I really don't think I have these, so... Unstoppable Slasher is a problem. Can't Torch the Tower it, but what we can do is make it so that it has 0 attack, so that's kind of nice. This gives blue, so I guess we'll do this, right? Phyrexia mana, and instead of going in for the -2, I don't want to take any damage here, so let's put that unstoppable. We can, you know what? We like say it. It's unstoppable, but we can slow it down, I guess, so. Hopefully they don't have anything for the Jace. Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Thank goodness this thing cannot deal damage, because that would be very, very nerve-wracking. Alright, so what are we going to do now? I guess we could kind of just do that same exact trick. So maybe Underground River. God, this is playing with fire here a little bit, though. Spyglass Siren. And we're going to obviously have to keep the Torch of Tower, because if we block, then Torch the Tower... It's not great, but... Maybe alternatively, we should have just gone for the Bloodletter of Aclazotz and then gone for the Torch the Tower on you. I mean... Yeah, that would be a lot less of a fragile play, I believe, because now if I block and go for Torch the Tower, I guess they could go for the Throat. But if they would do that afterwards, I don't know. Food for thought. Food for thought. I don't have food for thought, but I do have drink for thought. Guess now is a pretty good time to show you the lovely Gengar mug. If you are new to the channel, I gotta show it off, so. Unholy Annex. Okay. They don't love it. Good lord, I not love it. Power up the Bandit. Sure. Imagine the attack here. And they do. So I'm going to block first. Let's just get the damage through first, because I don't know if they got to go for the Throat or something like that. And now we can Torch the Tower and bargain it. So what am I looking for here? Honestly, just another land. Another land to got to get one of these down. Yeah, that's fine. I think we can scry to that. That looks absolutely fine to me. So they are going to start drawing here, doing all this nonsense, which is pretty annoying. But now if we can get, like, you know, our Ashiok and our Vraska down, I don't think we have to be that worried, right? So let's just slow down the Slasher, and let's get down the Ashiok, the wicked Manipulator. Here's the thing. Alright, Ashiok, so they have the Ruthless Negotiation. I am actually going to I would like to get the board presence down, but I'm actually just going to put something into my hand. So if they do go in for a Ruthless Negotiation, we're not completely screwed. So you have to be careful with Ashiok. This is exile one of them and put the other into your hand. So whatever you don't want into your hand, you're going to put that. So I want the Torch of Tower, so we're going to exile that one. You can really mess up on that pretty easily. Nevertheless, I mean, I am kind of halfway assuming a Ruthless Negotiation. So Bloodletter, that's fine. I mean, if this Unstoppable Slasher... So we're going to lose 4. Good God, that's pretty gross. can just block you for a while. I don't know, maybe let's just +1. See if I can snag a land. Because if I can snag a land, this makes everything a lot easier. And of course, we do not. I guess we'll just take the Virtue. Let's be like kind of safe-ish. Virtue. Sure. Comes back, but I don't have to worry about it for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I guess so, right? Then torch the tower. I guess I'm not really paying too much respect to the Unstoppable Slasher here, but I just don't know if I care that much. And now I think I am just going to go for the card advantage here, because I want to keep the Vraska nice and safe. I'm not going to drop this. No way. In case they do go for that Ruthless Negotiation, we got to be able to absorb it with that. I want to keep the Vraska. A Ritual Chamber, so now they're going to go in for the actual creature. And now we're still losing a lot of life. I guess it's not double the life, but... Good God. Dear. So, I guess we'll just mill ya. See if I can get into maybe an untapped land or something like that. All his tap lands are really, really gross right now. I could go for -7. Target player exiles the top X cards of their library with X the total mana value of things we control in exile, which is not a lot. It's just 5. So, like, we have to kind of be careful about that. If I pay life with the Vraska, that is the kind of one saving grace here. Let's do that. So I have to exile the top 2. We can kind of get us like a mill thing going with Ashiok and the Jace here. The rise of the downtrodden. Let's go, Vraska. All right, I guess we might. Let's go ahead and put you on the rocks, right? No, I lied. Let's. I don't know. That could have gotten a lot grindier, but they didn't want to hang around for it. Mojo Jojo, how you doing here? Let's go ahead and keep this. Let's see if we can keep the Powerpuff Girls safe. Spyglass Siren. Okie dokie. Well, can go for a Verge into a Spyglass Siren, but let's just go ahead and set up the Theater instead. Thundering Falls, we'll go ahead and keep that. I think we're going to need a decent amount of land here, especially if we have Teferi. Temporal Pilgrim. Ember Heart Challenge, that's fine. I guess we could have left the Torch the Tower open. You know, whatever. Whatever, it doesn't really matter here, so. Now, let's just set this up, and then we have the Torch the Tower and a Spyglass Siren. Pretty easy stuff here. Because they are running white, and honestly, even if they weren't running white, let's just go ahead and Torch the Tower and just get rid of this thing while we can. Do not want any Prowess shenanigans or even Hexproof with that Shard Gauges Hexproof thingy. Slingshot Show Off, sure. Ethereal Armor, so they are tapped out. Unfortunately, I might just block here, honestly. If they don't have Trample here, I think this is a decent... And we can't go for the map token here, which is unfortunate, but oh, well, we gotta go for the throat, and now we don't care at all. Now I just don't care at all, so that's fine. I guess... How much land do we really need here? I guess we'll do it. Go for the throat, and again, same reason as always. Because they are running white. If they was just with mono red, we could wait. But because they are running white, they have protection. Well, let's just kill it while they're tapped out. And now we're looking pretty good here. No threat, no problem, right? So I think now we go in for Kaito, the Dancing Shadow. Looks pretty obvious to me. Undercity Sewers, maybe I should have gotten rid of it with the Surveil, but nevertheless. Kaito, the Dancing Shadow, and this Kaito gets no love. I guess gaining life is pretty damn good in a deck full of aggressive stuff here, so... Once this dies, it is Death Touch, and whenever it leaves the battlefield, we're going to gain 2 life. Seems pretty damn good to me. Manifold Mouse. So even if I swipe the board with this ill-timed explode... Oh, well. Sheltered by Ghost. They're going to kill my Kaito. That's actually kind of fine, because I have the ill-timed explosion. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this. So Sheltered by... Ooh, a Liliana. We have an embarrassment of riches in terms of, like, what we should get rid of here. So I could go for ill-timed explosion. And then in Undercity Sewers, or I could just go straight in for the Liliana. Let's go for the ill-timed explosion. I really don't mind if we lose the Death Toucher. I probably should have actually swung in first, but whatever, it is what it is. Don't think we really win by dealing damage here. It's just gonna be like stabilizing the board, so it's kind of a moot point. But I'm a little, you know what? Let's do this. I know it's still kind of weird, but we already kind of committed against the Lily. So if they do have, like, you know, Monstrous Rage or something like that, we'll do 3. I want to keep the Temporal Pilgrim. So deal 2 damage here. I know we really kind of probably should have kept the Lily, all things considered, but it is what it is. Duress, that's too late. Now we'll get rid of that. We shall get rid of that. So we got Kaito, the Dancing Shadow, and I think we're gonna be dancing all the way home. But now, Teferi, Temporal, Pilgrim, and this is I love this deck because we're just giving homage to like all the planeswalkers that nobody runs. Oh, come on! Well, if it isn't Map Man versus Mana Man, all right, this is like the battle of the century. Thundering Falls. Let's see. I'm gonna keep the Boilerbilges. Still not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but I refuse to learn. Commercial District, I say this every single time I see Commercial District, but I just don't understand why Commercial District flavorfully is a rule card instead of like Selesnya. It doesn't sit right with me, but nevertheless, we still got a Jace here, and I'm gonna pay the Phyrexian mana. Of course I am. Probably gonna go, we'll see here once I mill them a little bit. But I'm gonna see if we're gonna play against Domain, and it does appear so. So to his Torch of Towers, obviously we pack a lot of removal because best of one meta right now is extremely aggro heavy, but we definitely like this. Hopefully our Jace can survive, because honestly our Jace, well, we don't really have a way to kind of deal with the Leyline Binding other than like Into the Flood Maw, but the problem with this is that typically how we win versus Domain is milling them out, because they're going to be able to accrue a lot of value with like the Up the Beanstalk, all that kind of nonsense. So hopefully, oh, Leyline of the Void, wow, Leyline of the Void, that is, that's pretty hot there. I don't really care about that. Let's keep the Ral. Yeah, we'll definitely keep the Ral here. So I'm going to impend the Overlord. It's a little unfortunate that we can't hardcast it, but now that I know that I have the Ral, and that is really unfortunate. But I guess hindsight's 2020. Yeah, I can't really blame myself for that one. Auto tapper, can't really blame you there. So we have one left open, but we don't have the Spyglass Siren. It is what it is. But Leyline of the Void, main decking the Leyline of the Void. I guess the Oculus decks are running rampant, so Up the Beanstalk. Yeah, this is gonna, I mean, we do have two Overlords down, but like I said, typically the way you want to win this deck is with Jace, to be honest with you. But let's see if Ral can do anything for us. Ral, the Crackling Wit. Hello, Ral.
Doesn't take a genius to
I guess we just want to plus up, right? I mean, I guess we could go for the -3, but I would rather just +1 and just kind of get them. Oh, Vraska. Yes, here we go. They are all coming together now. We got the Overlords and the two friends now. Okay. This sets up pretty nicely though, because if they want to go for like Sunfall, the Overlords are offset. If you know, so if they go for Sunfall, it's kind of like wasting the Sunfall, because now we got the Overlord of the Boilerbilges. Leyline Binding is always annoying. And then after that, we'll have the blue Overlord, because it has two impending counters. So I kind of like offsetting them in that regard. Heat Harvest, not really that big of a deal here. More ramp, obviously, if you have like a track, so we can go for the throat, but like, you know, we gotta be kind of timely about this. But Vraska, the Betrayal Sting, always nice to see you. So we'll get the little prowess trigger going here. Vraska, draw a card, do the thing. I'm obviously not going to put it in a proliferation on my impending counter, even though you can do it on your opponent's. Map token, sure. Deep-Cavern Bat, I'm gonna keep that actually. They actually have a decent amount of like cards in their hand. Plus, they might just get more. So the Overlord comes out to play. Now their Sunfall becomes pretty effective if they have it. But then we still have the blue Overlord and a Deep-Cavern Bat on the back end here. So Elesh Norn, wow, okay. Elesh Norn is pretty damn good though. Yeah, they get double the Leyline. Well, I guess they could have. Heat Harvest. But Elesh Norn actually is low-key pretty good here because they get two, and they actually cancel out my Deep-Cavern Bat. Obviously, I have the go for the throat anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So this is looking pretty good actually. I guess we just go for, yeah, there's nothing, let's go for the throat before that we drop the bat, obviously. Get the otter going, sure. Guess we may as well draw a card, proliferate, because now we have the Spyglass Siren. Ooh, okay, now I get an Aclazotz. Aclazotz gets swept up by Sunfall, unfortunately, pretty damn badly, but okay, I'll take it. Luke, I am your father. All right, looking pretty good here. Got Aclazotz and Vraska, the Betrayal Sting. I think we'll be just fine. Or at least I hope so. I think I would rather just maybe search for a land here. Yeah, it's fine. Then we can go for the Siren and a land. That seems pretty cromulent. What we got here? Oh, a Heartfire hero. You know, usually I like heroes with alliteration in their name, but I don't know. Right now, not so much. I'm gonna get a little greedy here. I'm just gonna go for the map token on the Anoint with Affliction. Instead of the Anoint with Affliction, excuse me. Go for the throw. We always like removal versus this deck. So let's see if they play red or there's gonna be Boros. So as of right now, it's just gonna be mono red, which is completely fine. Wow, I'm definitely trading. I am 1000% trading. That seems absolutely beautiful to me. So because I haven't seen green or white, which would indicate protection, I am just gonna go ahead and just pass. They do see the go for the throat, obviously, but I'm not too worried about that. Emberheart Challenger, sure. Sure. You don't want to pump anything? Come on now. All right, let's go for the throat on you, because I'm going to say the Anoint for the Affliction for the Heartfire hero. But in such an aggro-heavy format, you definitely need a lot of removal. So this is pretty good. We can go for the Spyglass Siren and crack open the map token. So our little Siren will be able to explore and still will be able to hold some stuff here. So I'm looking for a land. That is not a land. I'm going to go put you away. I think if we can drop the Aclazotz, we can really close the book on this little mice onslaught. I'm not really sure why they didn't go for the shock before the explore. It's a little shocking. Get it? But nevertheless, Emberheart, man, you got all these mice. These mice are so annoying. No matter how many times you like go for the kill, you just never they just always find a way. So I'm definitely gonna have to Anoint with Affliction here. I think I am just gonna go for you. I'm at 19 life, so at this point, the Heartfire hero, whatever, down to 18. Is that really that bad? Not really. And now we got an Aclazotz, the deepest betrayal. And how could you just not love an Aclazotz here? Come on. Lifelink, this little Heartfire hero. Of course, they could give it like, you know, double strike, yada yada. Or they have a Witchstalker Frenzy. Okay, hey, okay. I see ya, I see ya. Now I've got Torch the Tower, and the things are looking pretty absolutely amazing, so. Torch the Tower, I think we'll hold off on the Vraska. No need to get hasty here. We're not the red deck, so no need to get hasty. Pun extremely intended. Screaming Nemesis, oh wow. Wait, this says I can't gain life if it takes damage. But I'm not giving them damage here, so we don't really care. Deepest Betrayal. Ooh, another Screaming Nemesis. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, there's no way they're coming back from this. Aclazotz for the win. Alrighty, so we got plenty of removal here. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. So we are playing against Yakunita. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Plenty of removal here on the draw, so that's kind of the tail of the tape regarding standard nowadays. You always have to have plenty of removal in your best of one decks because those mice decks are absolutely annoying, but I guess we'll go ahead and set up the... Ooh, yeah, we're keeping it. Come on. I'm not putting away at the Teferi Temporal Pilgrim. You kidding me? We don't have enough blue to cast him right now, but that's okay. We'll find a way. Galissa. Well, okay. Don't really have a turn 3 play. I guess I could go for the Into the Flood Maw. I think I actually will do that, and then double Torch the Tower, because if I want to go for the Ral, that's going to set up pretty well here. So, Flood Maw, double Torch... And then that kind of eats up their turn if they recast the Glissa. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I know we're going to have to pay 1, but like if we're going to remain kind of on curvy, then I think this is the move. So Into the Flood Maw. Hopefully they don't drop a Shelly, because I can't double Torch the Tower. A Shelly. Okay, thank goodness that's presumably going to be their turn. So yeah, now we're just going to double. It does kind of suck going for a 2-for-1 here, but if we want to kind of gain the upper hand here, I think this is definitely the move. Yeah. Auto pay, small price to pay for salvation. And now we drop the Ral, and I think this will be a pretty big pain in their ass, to be completely honest with you. So, Ral, the Crackling Wit. Here we go. Crackling and cackling all the way home. Hello, Ral.
Save you once, then it's
Yeah,
back
we're just
to
gonna get down the little otters, and you know, like honestly, this is like a mid-range deck in and of itself. So just getting down the Ral feels pretty damn good here. Hopefully, we can kind of take care of the board. Because Golgari. What do they really play? Like, what? I guess they could have, like, Bitter Triumph. Maybe the end if they're frisky. But I don't think they really have the resources to deal with Planeswalkers very well. So I think we have a pretty good matchup. Oh, are you there? Oh my goodness, that was a long rope. My goodness, that was agonizing. But nevertheless, let's go for the Ral. I'm going to do some draw action. I want to see if I can get into a Teferi here. Come on, stop roping me. I want to see if I can get into this Teferi here. So if we can just draw 3 cards, if we get an untapped source here, we can get into the Teferi, Temporal, Pilgrim, and that is the plan, baby. So here we go. Oh, no untapped blue sources. That is really disappointing. Oh my goodness, but nevertheless, I guess I gotta discard 2 cards here, right? So I guess it'll have to be maybe just like a torch. I don't know. I guess torch the tower, I suppose. I don't think the opponent is really playing anyway, so it doesn't really matter here. Let's go. Well, hold on, what the hell? Yeah, I guess we have to. Yeah, not enough blue. That is really unfortunate. Whatever. Alright, I'm not going to. Yeah, we're just going to take the draw here. Like I said, I don't even think the opponent is really even playing either way, so is what it is and ain't what it isn't. Let's see if we can get into the fairy eventually. Oh my god, it's really disappointing. The opponent, not only is it disappointing that they're roping, it's disappointing I couldn't get my Teferi out on time, but a win is a win, I suppose. Wayne Campbell, hello. All right, well, yeah, looks pretty damn good to me. We'll go keep this. The bat is so damn annoying. I think initially well, that was a mulligan. Let's go ahead and give the opponent the friendly mulligan. Hello, everybody needs a friend when you take a mulligan because those things suck. All right. Hello, yeah, love the hospitality around here. I'm gonna go for the Undercity Sewers. Don't think that Into the Flood Maw will be very, well, speak of the devil. Don't think that'll be very, very relevant versus this deck. Just whenever I see this, I assume it's going to be control-y. It's either gonna be Gold Glimmers or Glimmer. Well, you know what? Let's just stop speculating. Let's stop speculating and go for the bat. Let's take a peek at this hand here because I'm not really liking this Glimmer stuff here. I guess it'll have to be the Dollmaker's Shop, right? Yeah, it feels kind of annoying, right? We'll get rid of that. So they just drop another Glimmer. I guess that's really all they really have to play with here, so that's fine. We can kind of do that. We can kind of bear that, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty much all out of firepower, so that's kind of cool. Now I just got to think here, do I want to go in for Into the Flood Maw or Jace, yada yada? I don't think we really need to get Jace down necessarily, but like, I don't know, it's kind of okay, right? I think I'd rather go in for a Malcolm here. So let's go ahead and just take our damage, pass, and then we got Into the Flood Maw and a Malcolm. That feels pretty good. One thing is, I mean, I could try to bounce them right now. I think I will. Enchantment spells 1 less and unlock. I don't know though. I guess we'll just kind of set them back in terms of like tempo. I highly doubt they have any like super big bombs. I could be wrong, but I don't think this deck plays typically low-ish to the ground. Ooh. Ooh, okay, well, that was definitely a mistake. Okay. Alright. I wasn't expecting auras. Usually they... Okay, I don't know. I'm not even gonna pretend like I know what I'm doing. I'm just clicking buttons at this point. Inquisitive Glimmer, and then we go for the Malcolm, sure. Anoint with Affliction, that's pretty good. So I guess we'll swing in while we can. Malcolm, do your thing. I don't really need all this tap land. Don't really need this tap land stuff so much, so... I guess I do want to just play Jace for the full cost. We do have the Anoint with Affliction, but like, does that really matter that much? Not really. Alright, let's do this. I guess I'll just +1, take you out. Heal. Oh my god, that is one of the best voice lines in all the arena. Just heal. I mean, that's pretty badass, so... You know what else is badass? Is winning.